What's up, lads and ladettes? How are we all doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. So, today's video is going to be all about sort of upping your game and all that sort of stuff. Not particularly like spending more, doing more, blah blah blah, but like upping your current game, as in, dudes using pistol, like, TT pistol, maybe using 50 PED worth of universal ammunition. Maybe they're throwing in $5, every other day instead of getting a coffee or whatever. So they're throwing in $5, they're getting some ammo, and they're, going out and they're killing, lower level stuff, small stuff with small health stuff. And for anyone wondering, like, what does that look like? How many shots do you get? Because you got to remember, shots is the important one, right? So let's just have a quick look, just as a little refresher of how much 50 PED with a TT pistol looks, right? So let's have a quick looky-loo. And 4,237 shots. And trust me, I used to do this all the time just for funsies, going out and killing like small stuff. And you can use this to go out and kill snabble snots. You can go out to kill dikebers, you can go out and kill shinkabers, like small level shinkabers and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of different stuff with some good markup that you can hunt and be all okie dokie. Or, if you wanted to, you can go and hunt the, foul youngs, the, level 4 fouls, using, a longer range weapon, and still get plenty of shots. And if you're doing this every other day, you're going to have plenty of shots, plenty of stuff, plenty of game time. That's not what this is about, right? It's not what this is about, and I'm just going to keep this because I'm going to do some shooting later. I'm talking about some of you guys that are hunting and you're like, okay, this is my budget, this is what I like to do, this is my budget, this is how I play, how can I up my game? The way you do that is by upping your, getting buffs, getting passive buffs and all that sort of stuff. Now, my thought pattern is, if you're hunting low level stuff, and of course you might be the sort of person that's hunting all day every day and blowing all of your PED, TTing everything and just rinse and repeating. If that's you, this isn't really for you, but I will recommend maybe keep 5 or 6 PED aside and just slowly save it up over time, and maybe invest a little tiny bit into it, into shares and deeds, so you're not using up all of your money, all of your PED, but you're getting a little bit more, each week. Just think about it. But if you're the sort of person who still has, PED left over, and you decide, I'm going to store my PED and I'm going to store it aside, I'm going to put in another $5 in a day or two, and I've got 20, 30 PED, or you came out and, broke even or made a little bit of a profit. If you're that lucky and you're like, I'm just going to put my PED aside, but in the future you're like, I want to up my game. Here's how you do it, okay? You wanna look at buffs, right? And you want to look at buffs, and there's a lot of things that will give buffs, okay? A lot of things that will increase your attack speed, your critical speed, but not your critical speed, your critical damage and your critical chance. But there's also other stuff, right? Being able to dodge a little bit better. You've got things that give life steal, stuff that gives you extra skills, and there's a whole mess load of different stuff. But beyond that, there are also some other ones that are a little bit more, not innocuous, but a lot of people don't think about it, but they should. And I should think about it, but I don't, because I'm dumb. So, don't copy me, but, try to see how, what I'm talking about. So, first things first, one of the main buff sort of stuff comes from rings, right? You got pills and all that sort of stuff, so if you're getting the boxes, the strong boxes and all that sort of stuff, you already know about the pills, right? But you also have the rings. And don't worry about this stuff, right? This is for the rich people that throw lots of PED at the game, lots of money at the game, or people that have just figured it out, right? And if you're the person that has figured it out, hit me up in the comment section, let's talk in game, But, let's say you're I want to shoot a little bit faster, I want to kill things a bit quicker and all that sort of stuff. You can look at something like the Ares ring, for instance. You can look at getting like an Ares ring improved, and you know, if you're putting stuff aside, you know, and you're just casually going about things and you're putting PED aside, it's gonna build up, so you'll hopefully be able to look into rings and all that sort of stuff. But Ares rings, right? Ares ring improved. Now, right now, this doesn't have any deterioration, but that could change in the future. But let's have a look, right? So you can equip 2 rings. One in your right hand, one in your left hand. So if we have a look at the Ares ring improved, it gives reload speed, increases your reload speed by 8%, critical damage by 8%, and critical chance by 0.6%. Now, to put that into perspective, if we were to have a look at... actually, no, we'll have a look at the Megaton. Okay. So if we have a look at this, attacks per minute is 70, right? So this will increase by about 6. So instead of 70, it'll be around 76 attacks per minute, right? But it'll also increase the chance to do a critical hit, right? But it'll also increase the critical hit damage. So theoretically, not only will you be able to, not only will you be able to kill things quicker, but you'll also be able to kill more mobs in the long run, because you'll be doing more damage due to more critical hits and more critical damage. So that's pretty cool. But what if you don't want to get hit, right? Now, all of you, all you players that have been playing for a long time, you guys already know this, but for you guys that are just coming in, maybe you picked up the game, maybe you saw some of my videos, maybe you're getting into the game due to, Serial Overdrive or Law Spade. Maybe you're getting into the game because of those guys. This is more for you guys. But what if you want to, what if you decide, I don't want to be hit as much, right? I don't want as much decay on my armor, or I don't want to heal as much. Then you look at something like the Athenic Ring, yeah? Which increases your chance to evade, dodge, and, jamming. Jamming is basically when you're using Mind Force, and the Mind Force doesn't hit, Jamming. At least I believe that's it. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But it also decreases the amount of critical damage that you take by 20 percentage points, right? So if you get hit critically for 100 damage, if you have this on you, instead of 100, it'll be 80, or instead of 10 damage, you'll only take 8 damage, so you won't have to heal as much and all that jazz, right? But here's a little bit more information, right? You've been, shooting mobs, and you're like, man, they evade quite a lot, I hit them quite a bit, but they're still evading. How can I increase, my hitting potential? Okay. You want to look at some cool stuff. Okay, we're gonna look at some cool stuff. Now, if you have, if you can spare the extra PED per hunt for repairs and all that sort of stuff, here's what we're gonna do. Okay. We're going to come down to things like the scopes and the laser sights, right? So if we go down to, let's look at the laser sights, right? And let's look at this Bullseye 8, right? If we have a look at this, right? We're not going to worry about the efficiency. I don't really care. What we're going to be looking at is this shit here, okay? Skill mod percent and attachment skill bonus, okay? And of course the durability, because durability is important. But skill mod increases the chance to hit a target. Full effect is obtained at maximum range, and the effect decreases the closer you are to the target. Okay, so if you're using like a rifle with a long distance, you're going to have more time, to get. You're going to get more out of it, right? You can still use it with a pistol. Especially on like a slow mob. If you've got a slow mob and you're able to walk backwards, you'll have it for longer, right? So you can have 2 of these on a weapon, by the way. Okay, you can have 2 of these on a weapon. The way that works is you attach one of these to your weapon, but you also attach one of these to one of these guys, like a scope, okay? So, if you have 2 of these, right, it'll increase your chance to hit, right, at full maximum range by, what was that, 48%? Yeah, it increases it by 48%. Now, if your chance to hit is like, I don't know, 1 in 10, then it's going to be 1.48 in 10. You know, it increases the percentage that you already have, right? So if you've got like, you know, if you've got 80% chance to hit, you're not going to all of a sudden have 128% chance to hit, because that's just fucking dumb. No, it increases the chance that you already have to hit by that percentage, right? So you got the skill mod, but it also has skill bonus, right? So this is, you know, you get skill increase bonuses, and I believe this is also a percentage. So, you know, you'll get like 3.2% extra skill increase, which is pretty cool. And if you look at things like the scopes, we'll look at the long reach. This also has the skill mod, right? This also has the skill mod, so you're going to be able to hit things a little bit better. And, you know, you get extra skills, and there's also magnification, which basically just lets you see things further away. I think that's more for, like, PvP and shit like that, I believe. Okay? I believe. But there's a lot of different stuff, yeah? And there's other things as well, right? So if we go and have a look at the armor, make sure whenever you're looking at items, look at the entirety of the item, okay? So if we go to, helmets, right? Go to helmets, and let's have a look. So, you know, they're both right next to each other, so we'll be able to look. So, the Mayhem armor set, right? Now, this is more for, like, if you're getting a little bit more and you've saved up a lot of PED, or maybe you've stored stuff away and you're doing Mayhem. But that's not important. The important part is looking at the different stuff on it. Now, this Mayhem armor is a part of a set, right? And when things are a part of a set, some of the armor sets have set bonuses, right? So this one has a set bonus of for increased reload speed, right? So with 3 pieces of Mayhem armor, you would have plus 1%. If you have a full set of 7, then you have plus 3% to your reload speed, right? But there are also pieces of equipment that you can wear, armor and all that sort of stuff, that have buffs that you don't need to have an entire set for, right? Such as this Thorifoid Berserker helmet, right? So let's have a look at this guy. This guy has 2 effects. One is a positive, one is a negative, okay? So you got a buff and a debuff. So let's have a look. One, he's got decent like impact protection, but you're going to be more using this and not wanting to get hit. Okay, we don't want to get hit while we're wearing this shit. We could still get hit, but we prefer not to get hit, right? So this increases our reload speed by 5%, but decreases our regeneration by 100%. So this thing would basically mean we can't heal passively. Alright, so we won't be able to heal passively. So we would have to use a healing device. Or, if you're lucky enough, you're going to have an item that will have... Now, I did see one on here in the stuff. Well, this is a female one, but you'll be able to find stuff with this on it anyway. You'll get things like this, life steal. So part of damage inflicted is converted to health. So you get, you know, percentages back in your health, which is really good. These effects are also in like you can get, I think you can get like pills possibly with life steal. I'm not entirely sure, but there are items and rings and stuff that will give you life steal. So that's Mind Force. That's not what I want. I want misc items, handheld. See, I'm on a little bit of autopilot, so let's have a looky-loo. yeah, so this Halloween ring, now this is, like I said, for the rich people. Has life steal, reload speed, run speed, critical damage increase, critical chance increase. This is like way down the line, so you don't really need to worry about it too much. What about this one? So this one has some, this one, it's cheaper. This has a 5% life steal. This actually looks kind of nice. Decrease the extra damage suffered from critical. You know, this actually seems quite nice. I might have to look at something like this in the future as well. But yeah, if you're looking to get, like, just increase yourself a little bit, you know, pills. There are also pets that will give you buffs, but that's like a little bit more of a long game. You kind of got to level up the pets, and it's a bit rough. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. There's also amplifiers, like in the future, that you'll be able to get and put on weapons that have that also have life steals. So if we go down like this, so now we'll go like this. Boop-a-doop. So yeah, we can look at the these guys. So the Mayhem laser amplifiers. There's other ones, but if we have a look at this, that also has lifesteal. But again, this is for like big boy times. Same with that, big boy times. So there's a lot of stuff. So what I suggest is, if you're looking to like up your game, look at how much PED you have spare, or that you've just set aside to buy new equipment, and look for things like rings and maybe some armor pieces, attachments, and all that sort of stuff, just to give yourself a little bit of an edge. And again, if you're opening boxes, right, let's go over and look at... I got some pills. Let's look at the pills. Alright, so I got some pills. So let's have a look. You know, you'll be able to find things like this. AccuStim gives you some critical percent chance, like, you know, critical chance, 2 percentage points. It's not bad. And because it's such a low TT value, it doesn't take away from that much of the ammunition that you're going to get, which is pretty cool. There's also things that give you, like, increased health and increased health regen. Got some healing ones, you know. There's, yeah, some health regen, some reload speed as well. You know, these hyper stims are quite cool. Getting those is always a special treat. Now, of course, you got the skill increase ones. So, and auto loot pills. So there's a lot. I mean, like, a lot of stuff that you can look at to increase your game that doesn't involve buying a stronger weapon. You know, if you're sitting there and you're like, no, I'm happy where I am, I'm happy with what I'm hunting, but I want to do a little bit more, you know, then look into that sort of stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, if you found anything in this that's helpful for you personally, let me know in the comment section below. Any of you guys that are more in the know, you know, put some information down in the comment section for the newer players and people that are, you know, maybe looking at how they can up their game. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. You'll take care. Stay safe. I'll see you all in the next one.